If you ever wanted to know what my skin's like, it's all freckles, baby.
Hi, my name's Casey, and welcome back to my channel, the world's premiere. Hi, my name's Casey, and welcome back to my channel, the world's premiere place for blah 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 blah. Oh, perfect. That's what the kids like. I like to sew things and make things that may or may not be things anyone needed. Today I am making a Ratatouille costume. I actually had an idea for something else, and all I can really say is that I was taking a shower and this idea made me laugh of having like a big Ratatouille hat to be inside, so obviously I had to scrap what I was doing and do this instead. If you like this content but wish it were shorter, follow me on TikTok. If you like this content but wish that it was the same length as it is now, that's great, you did it. You made it to my YouTube channel. This is it, you did it. Love that. If you like this content but wish it was longer, let me know and I'll make an 8-hour video. This has been an interesting video to make. It took me a little bit longer than some of the other videos that I've made, partly because I got sidetracked in like this weird haunted garage, and then people were telling me that they had seen this garage in their dreams. Can anyone explain like what that's about? I keep seeing comments like, oh, I've dreamed about this place. Can you tell me where it is? I'm like, you dreamed about like a place that used to be a Holiday Inn? Oh. As always, I start off at the local thrift shop, looking for an excess of white fabric. I was scared off by a giant dinosaur and knew I needed to get out of there. I headed to get some other essentials, including some Velcro, some pink and gray felt, and I also got some hula hoops. No. I also picked up some bamboo poles from the world's most mysterious store, Ocean State Job Lot. It has the most random but useful items. It gives me kind of Kmart vibes. I used to work at Kmart. Our terrible hula hoops had lights in them, so David kindly removed them for me. And then we needed to measure the bamboo because it's a plant, it doesn't, go straight and even. I even give it a go myself because girls can do anything. I'm capable. We picked up some T-boys here, and we could get to work on the hat structure. I put one smaller set of T's on one hoop, which is going to be at the top because the poles have different widths at the top and bottom. 4 bigger T's on the other hoop, and then I close them with tape. I measure out the T's to be approximately equidistant, and then I tape them in place. I make sure all the T's do kissy to make sure that they're lining up with each other, and then I tape them in place. I just love a good romance story. That's David. He's doing something different, I don't know. And boom, we have a structure. I took a short break to start learning how to drive stick before throwing my sheets into the wash. They had a heavy tea smell to them. I know other people might like that, but I have chronic migraines, so I try to get them as scent-free as possible. Formal request coming from the floor. I would like Dr. Pepper and Red Bull to team up to create a Dr. Pepper flavored Red Bull. This is very serious. I would like to speak to the doctor and get her opinion. Cut a circle the shape of the hoops for the top, which one might say resembles an egg or pancake. These are both things used in cooking, just like Remy the rat does. Wouldn't a Dr. Pepper flavored Red Bull be so good? Ugh. Drape your fabric and decide how much extra you're going to cut off. I'm going to start using some French now. Use je suis le rolling cutter. That's really good. To remove the extra fabric, leaving a petite amount to connect to the top and to cover the bottom. Decide where you want to put some pleats and get to sewing, baby. Now, if you're like me, you may have just assumed your pleats would come out straight with no intervention, but that's incorrect. So after you sew a few wrong, try actually measuring and pinning. I really just do this based on like hope and dreams and belief. Like, I just sew what's in my heart. I sew with love, and however it comes out, it comes out. If you're feeling ambitious, you could even iron them so they actually look nice, but not me. Can you imagine if all of this footage was actually in reverse and I was unmaking all of this? That would be so funny. In the middle of this process, I decided maybe I should try watching Ratatouille. I've never watched it.
Okay, don't mind that it's falling, but fabric-wise, it's pretty much the right size, but I want it to be looser, so I'm gonna have to add some more in this gap here.
When you pin it, it kind of looks like a cute little bonnet. Since I know that everyone on Earth is following this tutorial, sew your top circle to the sides, leaving a gap so you can get in and out of the hat. But I got bored and decided to move on. I wanted to make my little mousy outfit, and decided to use what I affectionately refer to as my burlap sack sweater as a base. I used a thrift store blanket and cut it to match, making the body and the sleeves. This did unleash a plague of blanket bits into the air, which I'm still finding to this day. Will that blanket destroy my sewing machine? Let's find out. I definitely had to use some evil forbidden methods to sew this, but it's fine. You are literally so judgmental. Like, I know what you're thinking, that I'm messing up my machine sewing this blanket, and you're kind of right, but mind your own business. Start using some weird pink material you got at the thrift store and cut it into a long triangle. Like, c'est une pizza du Paris. Sew the right sides together with reckless abandon so it creates a triangle-shaped tube. It doesn't matter how it comes out because it's a rat's tail. Like, is someone really gonna be like,
that's an ugly rat's tail?
Then stuff the tail with remnants like the sick person you are. A tail full of tails.
Keep just like procrastinating on this project. I think I swallowed a piece of blanket and I'm gonna die now because now my throat's dry.
Put some white tape on the hula hoops so they don't show through the white fabric. I know that's fine. The next step is the headband that I'm going to wear. In the infamous words of Karen from Mean Girls,
I'm a brat.
I accidentally got a little bit of marker on the headband when tracing it, but you know, that's life, baby. I cut along the trace so I can make sure I get the right angle for the ears. I also had stretched out the headband so that it would resemble how it actually sits on the head when worn. I don't know about you, but my head's like normal. It's not small and baby-like, so you do have to stretch it. Cut out some little pink bits to go on the inside of the ears. I used the hot glue gun to put the pinky bits on and then hot glued the ears to the headband. Using my extra white fabric, I cut a very long strip.
Cut a long strip that's gonna go along the bottom to finish up most of this hat.
Pin it across the bottom to make the fold of the chef's hat. Sew this to create the illusion of the fold. Or just skip to sewing the tail onto your top because you do not want to do all the sewing for the hat. It's gonna take a while, you know. Okay, fine, just sew the dang hat.
As a sidetrack, I somehow ended up in this murder factory after taking a wrong turn trying to navigate a hotel. So that's neat. I feel like I've come back to an act of sabotage. Who did this?
Some criminal, likely the short cook man from Ratatouille, does not want me to finish. So we say, not today, my guy, and we start putting Velcro strips onto the fabric. Now, the Velcro is not strong enough to stay on its own with just the adhesive that it comes with, so I did sew it on some, but it kind of messed up my machine, so then I hot glued it. I also use Velcro to secure the bottom around the hula hoop. Don't be lazy, and actually secure your bottom with sewing, so you don't have one layer of fabric hanging like that. I honestly just taped it because I'm lazy. Now, I ended up becoming a master of machine maintenance because it started making funky noises when I sewed the Velcro. Turns out, a broken needle head was sitting under the drum that holds the bobbin. That's very neat and very special.
There he is. The culprit. So I'm alone right now in the house. It's the middle of the workday, and I just walked downstairs, and I came down here earlier, and there's bread on the floor. It was up there with its cousin bread, and now it's there on the floor, and I'm afraid. And what if someone murders me? So I'm here, and I cooked this, and the aroma of delicious ingredients. Anyone can cook! Anyone can cook!
Anyone can cook.
Delicious. Milky bones! Anyone can cook! This is the river where I lost my family! My dad, who says don't steal! He doesn't get me. Papa! Je suis... here. We could be anywhere. They could be in Paris by now. We don't steal! This river leads directly to Paris. Wow. Those are some moves. It's human territory. That's what rats are like. Do you think you're gonna eat me? Do you think that you're gonna eat me? Get out of here. Can you imagine you're just hanging on to a book and you get caught up in these like tidal waves and separated from your family? Can you imagine? Hey, can you imagine?
I couldn't.
Ready to do rat crimes.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
My hat! My precious hat!
Oh. That's how I look.